We're at the Beyond Banking 2024 conference at GIBS Business School in partnership with Monocle Solutions. And we've just wrapped up the Banking Leadership Roundtable discussion on what's next for South African banks in a low growth or a zero growth environment. So my next guest is Ciko Thomas, who is the Group Managing Executive of Retail and Business Banking at Nedbank. Thank you so much for taking time out to chat and continue the conversation.
Thank you, Guy.
So one of the things that you mentioned, which I really liked in the roundtable, was your mention of your aunt, who, when we talk about inflation and high interest rates, it can be very theoretical, especially at a conference. But you took it down to a real reality, everyday South African kind of view, where your aunt is dealing with this and it's impacting her purse or wallet on a real basis. Now, coming from a retail and a banking side at Nedbank, what do you see as the challenges that those type of customers are facing, and how's Nedbank better serving them?
Yeah, I mean, I think their reality is one of squeeze. You know, people are squeezed on all fronts. You know, they're dealing with social pressures, security, relative to their standards, because you and I can pay for our security, right? In many ways, you know. So, you know, the pressures are real, security, kind of social pressures and all those things. But importantly, financial pressure. You know, every rand to that profile of customer matters. So everything that you do, you have to think about how do you think about saving them that extra rand. You know, the extent to which the banking, for instance, becomes a cost to those clients, you have to think about how do you make it whilst they need it. And yes, there is a sense that you pay for the service. How do you deliver it at the best possible cost point? So we've spent a lot of time, and a big interaction point for them with banking is their transactional products. You know, so we've made a huge amount of effort at simplifying our transactional product range. We've launched a product called My Goals, which encourages them and teaches and holds their hands to save as much as possible, whilst it reduces the price point at which they get charged for transactional usage to the absolute minimum. So at that first primary contact point between the bank and ourselves, which is the transactional level, we go out of our way to make sure that, you know, we make it easy and as cheap as possible for them to have a relationship with the bank.
Yeah. I mean, I think a big theme that's come out is digital literacy as well as financial literacy and comfort with understanding your products. And in a country like South Africa, where we have so many people that not only distrust, but maybe just don't even understand their banking products, it's fantastic to hear that. So, Ciko, thank you very much for joining us.
Yeah, thank you.